On this week's Bob Redfern's Outdoor Magazine, it's getting close to deer season in the South. But before the hunting starts, and in order to have any success in the fall, the hard work begins in the heat of summer. This week, Bob looks back at last year's deer season in South Carolina and what he is doing different for the upcoming season. Also on this week's Sportsman's Table, we feature a South Carolina certified SC stuffed pork chop recipe. All this and a whole lot more. And it begins right now.
Guys, this has been a great day. We shot this hog. Look at that. Wow, let me hold that thing.
Nice.
Folks, welcome to our show this week. Today, I'm getting ready for the upcoming deer season, getting my food plots ready, checking my camera placements, making sure my stands are all good to go for another great hunting season. You know, last year was a first for me. During the season, I was able to take 3 nice bucks, and this year with, well, I think a little additional work and just a whole lot of luck, I'm going to have a successful season just like I did last year as well. I'm already excited. I'm seeing good bucks. It's early July, and hey, all of you all know that during the summer, not only is it hot, but there's a couple of things you got to have before you get to deer season. And if you don't have these 2 things when you're out in the field, fishing rods, okay, you got to find some water because, hey, it gets hot. You just need to see if you can't catch some fish. And a weed eater, okay? Those are 2 key things that I always take. But on today's show, I want to talk to you, and while we're up here on top in this local area here, I just want to take an opportunity and show you a new toy that I use that I've found to be very, very valuable. You know, last year we talked about spy point cameras, and I still got them, still use them, but something I got this year is from Cuddyback, and it's the CuddyLink system. And I wanted to show you exactly what the Cuddyback system is, okay? And up here, this is what they call the home unit. I've got this one rigged. It's on D-cell batteries. This is basically the brains of the Cuddyback system here in the CuddyLink system. This is the home unit. This is where all of the remotes send their pictures, and you only need one cell service in order to get the pictures out and then come back to your phone or to your email. I've got it on basically a solar unit because everything I have, I've got solar panels. You saw previously and last year, all my deer feeders have got solars on them to charge the batteries. Yeah, they're all 12 volts, and nonetheless, for these cameras, this thing is a real addition to what I find on the property as far as deer and hogs and all that sort of thing. So again, from Cuddyback, you can log on to cuddyback.com and check out the CuddyLink system, or you can go to bobredfern.com. You can go to our YouTube channel and Facebook, and you can see episodes where I'm tracking all the deer for the early season that are going to be coming up. Well, stay tuned. We're going to have more great action this week, but right now I want to head on over and take a look at one of the deer that I took, well, basically right from this property here, and I hope you enjoy it. And I'm thinking, okay, this guy is underneath my feeders on the back side. Am I ever going to be able to get this thing to come out on the front side? Well, I'm sitting here waiting and watching these other bucks. Now one comes in front of me, and there's another one down to the far right down there. There's some does in the field, but they're off camera to the left. And of course, again, this video scope is 1080i. It is really good. And you can see I'm kind of bouncing it around a little bit, but there's also part of the nervousness to this. But it doesn't look like this buck is going to come out from behind, and so I'm going to have to place a shot underneath the legs and try and get this deer down. He is content to be right there. I'm about 54 yards from him. I look to my left. There's that itty bitty, ugly looking buck, a young one. And now I'm coming back, and it's time. And I'm going to take the shot. Now, some of y'all are saying, well, we've seen bigger bucks on other TV shows, and you know, that may be true, but the average South Carolina deer hunter, well, this is not bad. I'll take it every time and twice on Sunday. I really enjoy seeing deer every time I sit in the stand, and that's one of the reasons that I manage these deer the way that I do. Well, when we come back, we're going to talk some more prep work and some things that I'm changing from last year's game plan that'll hopefully allow me an even better season this year.
Number one priority when hunting out of elevated stand is safety. Always wear a safety harness and use a lifeline when you can. Always have at least 3 points of contact when climbing in and out of your stand. And remember, safe hunting is no accident.
Southern Woods Plantation. The name itself conjures up images of a time gone by. A time of towering pines, mule-drawn wagons, and covey after covey of bobwhite quail. Southern Woods Plantation has been chosen as one of the top 6 hunting destinations in America. They offer great hunting, comfortable lodging, wonderful food, and world-class dogs. Southern Woods Plantation, where the past can still be experienced today.
The fear of failure is failure itself. The world of science rewards the ones who are willing to try and fail. Because without the courage to embrace failure, ideas remain ideas. But with that courage to fail and to learn, ideas can change the world.
Find your keys. Find your get up and go. Find pants that aren't sweats. Find your friends. Find your sense of wonder. Find the world is new again. At Chevy, we'd like to take you there. Get $6,000 total value on this Silverado Crew Cab pickup. It's time to find new roads again.
Use caution when crossing an obstacle with a loaded gun. First, unload the gun, cover the muzzle with your hat, place the gun under the obstacle pointed away from you, and after safely crossing, reload and continue hunting. Remember, safe hunting is no accident.
Bob Redfern's Outdoor Magazine is being brought to you today by these following sponsors. The South Carolina Department of Natural Resources. Life's just better outdoors. By Berkeley. Berkeley, your fish, our science. By Southern Woods Plantation, offering the best in southern comfort in quail hunting. And by Santee Cooper Country, discover the natural wonders of South Carolina's Great Lakes.
Folks, welcome back. I just wanted to take some time on the show today to show you a little bit different perspective on a different spot that I've set up to hunt. Now, I've had this one in the past, but I've not shown it to folks out there, and I kind of want to show you how I've got this whole area set up. Now, I've got a deep creek off to my left here behind me. I've got a remote camera of the Cuddy Link system that's down here overlooking this feeder. Now, some of the pictures, I've taken some really nice, well, what I call a buck convention down here. You can see the stand in my rear back there. It's not that far away. It's about 60 yards. I kind of keep those close quarters because, again, you don't have to be 30 feet in the air, nor do you have to be 250 yards away in order to deer hunt, okay? Most of y'all know what I'm talking about. You can be right down there. If the stands are in place, they've been in place for a while, it doesn't bother the deer. They're going to come anyway. But let's talk a little bit about this Cuddy Link system. This is one of the remote camera setups. Now, on that Cuddy Link system, you can have up to 16 of these remotes. I'm about a quarter of a mile away. I'm deep in the woods. Is the signal close in the 90s? No, it's not. But it works and functions. It's anywhere from 22 to 30, which is the signal. And if you go on Cuddyback's website, you can take a look at that, exactly what all that means. But this system right here, I've got, again, like all the others, I've got it set up with the solar panel in order to back up the D-cell batteries. But, you know, one thing that I want to leave with you is, you know, responsive camera photos have changed the way I hunt. I know some of you already know this, and it's nothing new, but to the weekend hunter who can't spend a lot of time scouting, let the cameras do all the work. Establish the timelines and the patterns, and then just go do it. Well, before I talk about more preseason prep, let's take a look at another deer hunt from last season, and well, you just be the judge on how successful hunts can be with a little hard work and technology add-ons. Okay, I got a couple of does. Let me get my binos on here. I got a couple of does that are coming out. Okay. And I tell you what, these video scopes and these video binos, when you're hunting by yourself, absolutely a great tool, okay? Because again, I don't always require Jerry, my partner and producer, to come up here all the time, because as you all well know, there's two things that you kill a lot of time at: deer hunting and turkey hunting, okay? And so I am on my own property here doing this. I know these patterns of the deer because I've been using my Spy Point camera this year. That's kind of a unique thing. We could talk about that a little bit. I use a combination of Browning trail cameras and Spy Point. And that has really helped me doing my scouting process through this whole season. But we've got a couple of does. Oh, okay, the does left. Oh man, here's that buck. It's just raining off and on. That is a nice 8-pointer, good body size. Okay. Man, he's almost in the same spot. All right. Come on, you big homer. Stay with me. My binos kind of adjusted a little bit so I can get this on video. Okay, come on now. Hey, move to the right just a little bit. Okay, looks like it's a good shot. He's doing a couple of back turns. I think I got a good placement on there. Man, is it nasty weather. Good Lord. Okay, yeah, he's down just beyond the feeder and the hill. I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about tilling the soil, but I do want to mention a couple of things. In previous years, I've used herbicides. I've used Ranger Pro to kill all the weeds. This year, I'm kind of taking a different approach. I'm going to mow it, which I have done already, and I've already turned up some of the grass, and I'll keep it just that way basically until I get ready to turn and till and get ready to plant. There's all kinds of things that go into making sure that you got a great food plot, but you know, the main 3 ingredients is till the soil, do it properly. You got to plant the seed, okay, and then you got to fertilize it. Those are real things. Now, some of the ancillary things, do a soil test. And again, I'm not telling you anything that you really don't know, but there is one thing that I want to caution you on. Here in the South, drought is a possibility. Last year, we had great growth coming in, but then all of a sudden, the month of September, October, and almost all of November was a drought. I got it up, and then it all died, okay? So I had to replant in about October. That is a big deal. Replant to not replant. Well, I elected to do that, but one of the key things is if this soil does not stay at least 60 degrees overnight for a good number of period of time, you're not going to get the growth. And that even means fall wheat, you're not going to get it to come up, and you're not going to get your deer greens or any of the other fall plantings that you do. It's just not going to get up where you want it to sustain itself, because the deer are going to eat it just as fast as you get a small growth. Okay, I'm sure you've had enough on hunting preparation, food plots, all the new toys and trinkets. But before we head over to pay some bills, let's take a look at one more hunt that I had last year. Side shot. Let's see if it's 6.5 Creedmoor. do the trick today. Okay, video rolling. All right. He took off to the left. That's okay. I don't think he went far. All right, there we go. I hope y'all are willing to do some serious planning and season preparation. It's paid off for me. I know it's hot outside, got the fishing rods, I got the weed eater in tow, but the work you put in now, I know will really pay off come opening day, wherever your hunting property may be located around the United States. There really are a lot of great products out there that can help make your hunting season a good one, just like mine. All of the things that I've talked about today, well, they're not sponsors of my show, but rather products I've found to be good, useful tools to take my hunting experience to the next level. If you've got some items that you found that help, well, just let me know and I'd be glad to take a look. You can also go to bobredfern.com, our Facebook page, and our YouTube channel to see more products and full episodes of our show. Well, y'all stay tuned. When we come back, we're heading over to the Sportsman's Table and going to feature a stuffed pork chop recipe, well, that the whole family I know will enjoy.
South Carolina's Santee Cooper Country invites you to relax and get away from the pressures of everyday life from world-class fishing, golf, camping, or lakeside dining on traditional Southern cuisine. With over 450 miles of shoreline, Santee Cooper is an exciting challenge for fishing, canoeing, and kayaking, offering unique outdoor adventures for the whole family. Santee Cooper Country. Discover the natural wonders of South Carolina's Great Lakes. To receive a free newsletter and e-news, just log on at santeecoopercountry.org.
Take a moment to think about the food you buy and eat. Is it fresh? I mean really fresh. Or is it shipped from a grower, hundreds or even thousands of miles away? Well, here in South Carolina, we celebrate fresh, locally grown food and unforgettable meals with family and friends. So, choose food that's rooted right here. Choose certified SC grown. It's a matter of taste.
You should always use a safety on any firearm, but remember, a safety is a mechanical device that can fail. It is only there to supplement proper gun handling. Remember, safe hunting is no accident.
Football? Nah. Baseball? Did it. Motocross? Got hurt. I choose to fish. And fish. And fish.
Remember, when hunting out of a ground blind, be sure of what is in front of and beyond your target. Always keep your firearm unloaded when entering and exiting the blind. And remember, safe hunting is no accident.
The Sportsman's Table is brought to you by the South Carolina Department of Agriculture. Whether you live in South Carolina or out of state, be sure to buy South Carolina grown meats, vegetables, and fruits. Make sure your food is South Carolina certified. It's a matter of taste.
Joining me today in downtown Florence is Chef Adam Silverman with Downtown Southern Funk. We're here at the City Center Kitchen right in beautiful Florence, South Carolina. And Adam, welcome to the show today, the Sportsman's Table. Listen, who doesn't love stuffed pork chops?
It's a beautiful piece of meat. This came from Maypop Farm up in Darlington, South Carolina.
Oh, wow. Well, look, you know, you got to talk to me while you're doing this a little bit about downtown Southern Funk, okay? But also, folks, I want you to know this young man also manages the farmers market here at the City Center in downtown Florence every Saturday. So if you haven't had a chance to come down and get some fresh produce, man, you need to come on down. All right, let's do this pork chop.
Okay, so we're going to start out. This is a beautiful piece of meat, about 2 inches thick. And we're going to do a stuffed pork chop. So we're just going to cut ourselves a nice little slit right in the front side.
Okay.
Opposite from the ribs.
Right between the bone.
And there's a good chunk of meat in there too. So you want to get your knife in there a bit.
Okay.
And now I've made a bit of a, we call it a bog.
Okay.
Kind of started with chicken bog, and then we created a chicken dish called backwards bog,
Okay.
where we took the rice and sausage and stuffed it into the chicken.
I got you.
We're kind of doing the same thing.
Okay.
And again, this is all local product. We get Carolina plantation rice. The sausage is also from Maypop Farm. The animals are from Maypop
There you
Farm.
go,
The
there you go.
sausage is processed down in Kingstree, South
Oh, wow.
Carolina. So we're going to get this nice and deep in there.
Well,
Make sure
folks,
we're
if you
nice
want a
and
copy
full.
of Adam's recipe on our Sportsman's Table segment today, just log on to bobredfern.com and it'll be right there. Oh,
Gonna
wow.
get some salt and pepper, seasoned nicely all over front, back, top, bottom.
Oh, goodness. That is a good-looking piece of meat. You know, and for a lot of the chefs, you guys spend a lot of time selecting those right cuts in those places to get
do.
certified SC grown products.
Absolutely.
And that really makes a difference. Okay.
And when you support the local economy, David, who owns Maypop Farm, he's a regular customer at the restaurant.
Oh, awesome.
So, you know, we kind of support each other.
Yeah. Well, tell me a
So-
little bit while this Hummer is cooking. All right. Downtown Southern Funk, what do you guys specialize in?
We specialize in playing with our food.
There you go.
Mom told us when we were growing up, don't play with your food, so we got a job where we play with our food.
There you go.
We like to see different ways that we can use local ingredients outside of what your typical usage would be.
I got you. All right, so how long are we going to sear this thing?
Okay, we're just going to sear it till we got a nice, beautiful golden crust on the bottom. We're
Okay.
going to go just a little bit longer, and then we're going to flip it, and we're going to put it in the oven for about 8 or 10 minutes, 400 degrees. And when you're doing a stuffed meat, you have to remember, make sure the middle of the stuffing matches the cooking temperature. So if we're cooking our pork to about 140, 145, you got to make sure that stuffing's the right temperature too. A great way to do that is start off with your stuffing hot.
There you go. Okay. Well, that's a great tip. I wouldn't have thought that.
So we've got a nice, beautiful sear on that. We're going to flip this. We're going to put this in the oven, and then we're going to come back in a minute to finish this up.
All right.
Okay, so our pork is nicely done, cooked all the way through. And we're just going to pull this out of the pan,
Okay.
let this sit for a minute.
Awesome.
And now we've got all this beautiful flavoring in the bottom of the pan. We still want to keep that. So I've got a blend here. This is from Ellerby Vegetable Farm in Timmonsville, South Carolina. This is kale, curly and flat leaf, bok choy greens, and beet greens. So we're just going to take this,
You just got
put
it.
this
You got it all.
right in, just a tiny bit of salt and pepper.
Listen, I think you're living up to downtown Southern Funk. You are playing with your food.
Absolutely.
There you go, Adam. There you
Now,
go.
while the pork was in the oven, we made our blueberry sauce. And we got blueberries here. That's from Silver Lake Farm and Forge.
Okay.
They're right on the edge of Florence and Timmonsville. Some ghost peppers from Ellerby Family Farms. Some garlic from Sophronia Farm. He's in Lynchburg. Ginger comes from Crafty Maybrit down in Lake City. Onion also from Ellerby, and the sausage again that went inside this was from Maypop Farm.
This
So-
is truly certified SC. huh?
Absolutely.
There you go. Right here in downtown
Okay.
Florence.
So we're not looking to cook it all the way down. We just wanted to get a little bit of a wilt on it. I'm going to pop that on a plate.
Let me get this out of your way.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and then we're just going to put our pork chop on top. Now, I like spicy things. This sauce does, because it's got the ghost pepper in it, does have some nice heat to it.
Oh, wow.
We're just going to spoon a little bit of that on top, and we are ready to eat.
Who would ever have thought? Blueberries, huh?
Absolutely.
Look at that. Adam, thank you so much for being a guest on our show today. And
pleasure.
downtown Southern Funk, okay?
Yes, sir.
Check it out, folks. While you're in South Carolina, and more specifically visiting Florence, stop on in and see great recipes like you saw today on the Sportsman's Table, and log on to CertifiedSCGrown.com and see what else is fresh on the menu. Well, we'll see you right back here again next week with another great recipe on the Sportsman's Table.
To find out more information on food that's fresher and tastier, go online at CertifiedSCGrown.com. Buy certified South Carolina grown products. It's a matter of taste.
Florence, South Carolina is full of flavor. From fresh South Carolina seafood to South Carolina grown produce and meats, Florence is the place to find the culinary heritage of the South celebrated. Local restaurant chefs in Florence are dishing up vibrant Southern-inspired meals in the PD, and the only thing missing is you. Explore our city and plan your food journey to Florence, South Carolina at cityoflorence.com. Full life, full forward. We are Florence, South Carolina.
Football? Nah. Baseball? Did it. Motocross? Got hurt. I choose to fish. And fish. And fish.
Find your keys. Find your get up and go. Find pants that aren't sweats. Find your friends. Find your sense of wonder. Find the world is new. Again. At Chevy, we'd like to take you there. Get $6,000 total value on this Silverado Crew Cab pickup. It's time to find new roads again.
Nestled in the western part of South Carolina is the Old 96 District. Comprised of Abbeville, Edgefield, Greenwood, Lawrence, and McCormick counties, this region is rich in history, fishing, hunting, and small-town flavor. Old 96 District is part of the South Carolina freshwater coast, covering over 2,000 miles of shoreline, which offer many fishing opportunities and is home to the only wild turkey museum in the world. Local businesses offer a wide variety of unique gifts and foods. Make sure you discover the undiscovered wonders of the Old 96 District of South Carolina.
Bob Redfern's Outdoor Magazine is being brought to you today by these following sponsors. Chevrolet, the official vehicle of Bob Redfern's Outdoor Magazine. By the South Carolina Agriculture Department, it's a matter of taste. By the Old 96 District of South Carolina, come discover the unexpected wonders. By South Carolina Embroidery and Screen Printing, your source for all your promotional product needs. And by the City of Florence, South Carolina. Florence is full life, full forward.
I hope y'all enjoyed our look back at last year's season highlights. You know, as well as taking a look at some of the work and preparation for the upcoming season, it's really rewarding when you can see all of that work come together, starting with food plot planning and then scouting from the early pictures from the game cameras. Well, folks, I'm even more excited at the bucks I'm seeing on camera right now, and hopefully we'll be able to harvest one again this season. You'll just have to wait and stay tuned for some of our upcoming shows. Well, I got to get back to work. The days aren't getting any cooler, and I still have got a lot of work to do. But I'll tell you what, the work I'm going to be doing here this morning is I got to take a break. It's hot. Woo-hoo! Wow, come on, hit that thing. Come on, Hummer. All right. Well, listen, remember, the outdoors is my passion. I want it to be yours too. We'll see you right back here again next week on another episode of Bob Redfern's Outdoor Magazine. Come on, man. Gotta hit it. It's early. It's early.